Experience the heart-pounding moments as pilots dive into enemy territory, knowing that every mission could be their last. High above the Atlantic seaboard in 1943, riding the Vibe train, punch that like, hop aboard with a subscribe. And let's level up this journey. Bigger surprises ahead. Trust me, you'll want to stick around. Let's start the video. A formidable assembly of American naval air power soars. Fighters, dive bombers, torpedo bombers, all led by their air group commander, head seaward to rendezvous with their new home, a freshly commissioned aircraft carrier. One of many constructed since Pearl Harbor, this vessel is destined to challenge the enemy on his own turf. Let's call her the Fighting Lady. With a sturdy wind aiding their approach, planes descend onto the expansive flight deck, tailhooks, poised to catch the arresting gear. If they miss, robust wire barriers stand ready to halt them. The landing signal officer, LSO, a fellow aviator, guides each landing with precision. A slight misalignment, and he waves them off for another attempt. Once landed, planes taxi forward swiftly, clearing the deck, awaiting repositioning for the next takeoff, a process termed respotting. Observing these operations is our seasoned skipper, a Navy flyer since 1917. Unimpressed by the initial coordination, he gathers the flight deck crew, emphasizing the urgency of teamwork. "We'll soon be in dangerous waters," he warns. The crew hastens, ensuring wings clear and movements are swift. This is how the deck should function when ready for action. The Fighting Lady is vast, intricate, and unfamiliar to her crew. From stem to stern, she's a labyrinth of watertight and flame-proof compartments. Deep below, engine rooms, fire rooms, fuel tanks, and magazines brim with high explosives. The hangar deck stretches nearly 2 city blocks, wide enough to house 4 freight trains abreast. Navigating this floating city will take time. Most aboard, about 85%, are volunteers, new to the sea. Recently, they were high school students, bank clerks, farmhands, factory workers. Now, they're Blue Jackets and Marines, forming a naval combat, team nearly 3,000 strong. Their tasks are new, their environment uncharted. Yet, curiosity, camaraderie, and the instinct for survival are powerful teachers. Some must master the intricate instruments controlling the 5-inch batteries, the guns that will defend the Fighting Lady against enemy attacks. They train rigorously, aiming to earn their E for efficiency. The ship's destination remains a closely guarded secret, but as they enter tropical waters, the crew senses a shift. The sun's warmth makes the vessel feel more welcoming. Even Scrappy, the ship's mascot, seems to enjoy the change. Passing through the Panama Canal, there's unspoken tension. Will the massive ship fit through the locks? With careful maneuvering, she does, as naval constructors knew she would. The journey continues into the Pacific, and life aboard settles into routine. Among the crew are the pilots, the glamour boys. Their role is pivotal: to fly and fight the planes. The rest of the crew supports them, ensuring they're airborne and back safely. Many pilots are reserve officers, recently trained, earning nicknames like 90-Day Wonders. In return, Annapolis regulars are playfully dubbed Trade Schoolboys. Regardless of background, they share a bond, a fraternity of Navy men. Among the non-commissioned personnel, the air crewmen, gunners, and radio men stand out. They're partners with the pilots, sharing dangers aloft. Non-flying Blue Jackets refer to them as Zoom Pigeons, or Airedales. Their 50% extra pay for flying earns them another moniker, Bankroll Boys. Everyone aboard backs the flying group, each role vital, even if not glamorous. Tasks akin to those on Main Street are performed. Barbers, cobblers, all contributing to the fighting team. Weeks pass, and the vastness of the Pacific surrounds them. Monotony sets in. Guessing their destination becomes a pastime. Pearl Harbor, Iron Bottom Bay, the Aleutians. Such speculations, termed scuttlebutt, fill conversations. Men gather in small groups, seeking respite from the waiting. Then, a fast fleet tanker appears, refueling them at sea, a sign they're not returning to land bases soon. Besides the skipper, an admiral is aboard, a seasoned naval flyer. Until now, only these officers knew their mission. The captain confers with the air. Group commander, revealing the plan. The Fighting Lady will strike. She'll venture into waters untraveled since the Battle of Midway. This is 1943, long before the Marshall Islands campaign. Weather studies intensify, signaling impending action. Tension rises. The crew senses something significant approaches. The announcement comes. They've traveled over 7,000 miles from Panama. Tomorrow, August 30th, 1943, they'll strike the Japanese base at Marcus Island, deep within enemy defenses. For many, this will be their first battle. Questions arise. What will it be like? How will we perform? Will we do all right? That night, many write letters home. On the eve of battle, planes are loaded with bombs and fuel, positioned meticulously for swift takeoff. The deck is perfect, ready for the dawn strike. General quarters sounds. Every man goes to his battle station. Pilots assemble in ready rooms, donning flight gear, receiving final instructions. The ship awaits, poised for its first combat dawn. The Fighting Lady is barely 100 miles from her target. The minutes before action are the toughest. A wise man once said, "War is mostly waiting." They now understand. The order comes, "Pilots, man your planes." The fighters launch first, forming cover aloft, followed by the bombers, laden with destruction. The sun rises. Escorts remain vigilant for enemy submarines. The Fighting Lady steams boldly towards the target, reducing the distance for returning planes. In the radio plotting room, the ship's electric eye and ear track all planes and ships. Smokey, a 23-year-old from Arkansas and a seasoned fighter ace, oversees this room. Among his assistants, he's like a super quarterback, in constant touch with the air group. As the first fighters approach Marcus Island, they stay low, hoping to evade enemy radar. Suddenly, they climb, diving in a surprise strafing attack on A. Enemy airstrips. Red balls float up, anti-aircraft fire. Only 1 in 3 shells is a tracer, so there's more unseen. Fiery streaks are tracers from their own wing guns. The anti-aircraft fire is heavier than expected, but they press on, targeting enemy bombers on the ground. These battle scenes are captured directly through gun cameras, showing the intensity of the assault. The Fighting Lady's eye is now our WWII, witnessing the fierce engagement. The crew's emotions are a mix of anxiety, determination, and camaraderie. Each member plays a crucial role, from the pilots in the sky to the support teams below deck. The success of their mission hinges on this unity and their unwavering commitment to each other and their country. As the battle unfolds, the crew's training and resilience are put to the ultimate test. The outcome of this mission will not only impact the course of the war, but also define the legacy of the Fighting Lady and her crew.